In this video, I'm going to turn the mobs into mutants, but as they are very dangerous monsters, I'm going to create a safe base for each of them. Right up front, I can see an ocean, and the first mob I'm going to transform will be a tropical fish. I'm here with the fish, and I'm going to turn it into a piranha, and the first thing I'm going to do is erase all its sides, starting by adding the body, another part, and one last part of the body. Add the back, an eye for our fish, an eyebrow. The other eye, another eyebrow. Create the top of the fish's head, the bottom, and add the mouth. After doing that, add the teeth, larger teeth in the front and others on top. Add a fin on the left side, another on the right, one more at the back, and on the right side, add a tail and the tail fin. This fish is a piranha, but I'm also going to make it inspired by the lanternfish, so I'm going to add the handle and the lantern, and this animation of our fish standing still, swimming and attacking. Before I add it to Minecraft, I need to take a safety measure. I'm going to create a secure base for it so that it doesn't harm anyone, because otherwise something like this could happen. So our secure base will be a giant aquarium. Now I need to dig it down. I've planned the entire area of our habitat so we can build the aquarium. Alright, I've excavated all the soil, and now I have to do the same for the stone. With what's left, I managed to get some iron, so I'll place this crafting table on the ground, and I'll make a furnace to heat up this iron, and I'll make 2 iron buckets. After that, I'll come to the front and get 2 buckets of water, and now I'll create an infinite water source. I filled the entire aquarium with water. I'll surround it with blocks to prevent any water leakage. I'll get sand to make glass to create the panel for our aquarium, and the color I'm going to use for our panel will be cyan blue. Fortunately, in this biome, there are some flowers right up front with this color. Let's get all these flowers, and I'll put them to melt in our furnace. First, I'm going to turn all of this into dye, and I'll surround everything with this glass. I kept adding all the glass to the aquarium. It's done. Our aquarium is complete. So, I've finished all the decorations for our scene. Now I'm going to make black concrete. Just put them here in the water, and I can get it now. Now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to fill everything here with black concrete. Now our aquarium is done. So I made all the decorations for our scene. I added sand, fish, and also seaweed. And the piranhas are right here in the front. Let me come here and get them. Here's a couple of piranhas. So, let's grab this one and this one. They're kind of aggressive, hitting me, so let me put on my chest plate. And I'll leave them here for now and open a hole here where they're quite aggressive. Now I'm going to bring these 2 piranhas inside. I managed to bring 1 piranha inside, so come over here now. You have to bring the other. Alright, I managed to bring the 2 piranhas inside, so let's close this area with glass as well before they run out. So let's close it here, and to make it look nice, I'll plant a tree here and use some bone meal for it to grow. And our piranha habitat is ready. But this was just the first one. Now let's create another mob, stepping a bit out of our ocean. We'll find a sniffer right up front because it will be the next one. Imagine how cool it's going to be. A mutant sniffer. Here's our sniffer. I'm going to turn it into a more specific dinosaur, a triceratops. Start by adding a foot, another cube diagonally. It has 6 legs, so add 1 more cube, another one, and 1 more. We have to do this 4 more times. Add the body of the sniffer with some leaves. Make a smaller cube at the back and add some leaves. 1 on top, 1 on the left side, another, and 1 more on top. Repeat on the other side, adding more leaves. After that, I'm going to add its tail. So I add a cube, another smaller one, and some feathers. Once I've started, I'll create the head. Add another cube, the leaves, and others on the sides. Add the sniffer's head, the mouth, the lower part of the mouth, the teeth, and more teeth. After doing that, I make it more rounded, and it's already looking great. But now I'll also add an eyebrow. So put a cube diagonally, another one straight, and a detail on the eyebrow. The same thing on the other side. A cube diagonally, another straight, and a drawn one because it got an eyebrow design. Add a horn and another on the right side. This is our sniffer animation. When it's still, it lies down. When it's running, it attacks. I'll have to clear this whole area up front to create the sniffer's location. But first, let me mark out how I think it's going to be. Since the sniffer is a giant prehistoric animal, it's going to need a large path. So the habitat will extend up to here. Now let me open this. It's going to be the entrance to our habitat. To fill the ground, I'll use some dirt, and I'll put it in the middle to create some variation. I'll open some holes like this and fill them up. I've done all the scene decoration. I'll grab some leaves up front. After getting the leaves, I went to the nether, and right up front we have some leaves that we can use, like this block, which is perfect for the sniffer's floor. I'll grab some wood. Now I'll fill the entire floor with this nicer block, placing it in various places, and it matches the sniffer's color perfectly. After that, I'll break this block and start putting down this much prettier one. I built the entire wall using blue trees, yellow concrete, leaves, and netherrack. I'm just finishing by adding the last few leaves here, and our habitat is ready. I just need to do a few more things, like decorating with some mushrooms and flowers, so let's put them in this corner. It looks perfect. Right up front, we can find 2 sniffer couples. Let's grab these 2 sniffers and take them to our habitat. Look at how cute they are. Let's bring them inside. It's done. I hope they really like their new home and their habitat is complete. Now, let's move on to our next mob, and the next next one we're going to transform is the squid. To turn the squid into a mutant, I decided to take inspiration from the kraken, the monster of the 7 seas. Let's start by adding the kraken's tentacle. The first part of the leg, another tentacle, and a bunch more tentacles. I'll repeat this several times, and after that I'll add that little plate that surrounds our kraken and add some more details around it. After that, I'll, so to speak, create the body of our kraken. We need to make the head, so I'll go up 1 cube, add an eyebrow, the kraken's head, a cube diagonally, another diagonally to the right, and 1 more cube in the middle. That's it. The kraken is done. This is its animation, when it's still swimming and attacking. However, when it attacks, it will be different. It will pull you underwater, and our kraken is complete. It's underwater, so I have to be careful because when it starts doing that, it begins pulling me. My goodness, get out of here. My goodness, he almost took me away. I think this is the perfect moment for me to catch him because he's emerging from underground. So let's go here with our rope and catch him and take him to our habitat. We're almost back at our base, and I won't create a habitat for our octopus because I already have this huge aquarium that can fit more than just our piranha. Let me clear the path. I'll create a fence and leave him here for now. I have to enter here because I need to make a territory division. One side will have the piranha and the other will have the squid. I've divided it in half. That's how it's going to be. Now I'll open up a space to put the squid in. Isn't it bizarre? In reality, I have a pet kraken. This is crazy when you think about it, but you know what's even crazier? Over 90% of the people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. I'll create some slabs here to put the kraken inside and make a little pathway like this. Let's use the lasso to pick him up and take him inside. So kraken, this will be your new home. I really hope you like it. Now I'll just close this glass here and we're on to the next one. Right up ahead we have the Enderman, and it's the next mob I'm going to transform into an evolved one. This little guy is already eerie, so just imagine how mutant he's going to look. I'll start by adding the Enderman's little foot. Now, a piece of the leg and the other part. After that I need to do the other side, so I add another cube just like the other one diagonally, and the first part of the skin. Finally, I finish with the second part. Add the waist, the body, and let's make the arm. I add a big cube and an even bigger one, and then I just make the hand with some fingers. To make the hand on the other side, I do the same thing. A big cube, another even bigger one, and the hands. Finally, I add the Enderman's head. This is the animation of the Enderman when he's still. When he's attacking, it looks like he's dusting something off, and when he's running. Now let's go and create his habitat. To make the Enderman biome, I'll trim these vines with scissors. Now we need to go to the end. I'm here in the end because I need to gather some endstone. I've collected a good amount of endstone. After that, I'll destroy this nether portal. Now I'll mark the area. Since the Enderman isn't a very large mob, this size is perfect. I've filled everything with endstone, and it's more or less done. Now I'll make endstone and place it in some random spots. There you go, it looks quite nice. I went back to the end and picked up some obsidian, then built some obsidian towers. Now it's ready. I'll create my nether portal here, and it fits perfectly with this biome. Take a look. Now, the only thing left to do is to bring the new Endermen, and they're right here in front. Let me capture them with my lasso and bring them back to our base. Now, let's move on to the next one. Next one. I'm here in the swamp biome because the next mob I'm going to transform is the zombie. To turn the zombie into a mutant, I'll draw inspiration from the mutant creatures mod. Let's start by adding a part of the leg, the shorts. After completing one leg, we need to do the other, so I add another piece of the leg and one on top. With that done, let's work on the bottom. I add a cube diagonally and another larger one on top, also diagonally. Now it's time to create the arm. I add another cube and extend the arm, and then a smaller stump. Let's add some finger details. After doing this, we need to create the other hand. I add another cube, another smaller one, and a hand with some fingers. Now let's make the head. I add a part of his head, the top teeth, and finalize it by adding more teeth. This is the animation of our zombie, standing, running, and attacking, where it gives you a punch right on top of your head. To create our next habitat, let's start right here. I've already built the path, and I'll create some coarse dirt to mark the location for our zombie habitat. I think this size should work well. I'll alternate between regular dirt and coarse dirt, creating a small slope. Upon further consideration, this size seems a bit small, so we'll need to expand it a bit. Since this is the zombies area, I'm creating some small graves here. With these graves done, I'm heading to the jungle biome to gather some of these trees. I'll pick up some stripped ones and some regular ones. I'm now in the desert to collect some dead bushes for our decoration. I'll also pick up some cacti to make glass. I'll place these dead bushes on the ground. With that done, I'll start filling the area around here with these jungle wood blocks, and our zombie habitat is complete. Let's head back to the swamp biome to retrieve our new zombies. Right in front of us are the 2 new zombies, and we'll bring them to their new habitat. We're almost there, and we just need to place them inside. Oops, one got away. Let's close this off with this green glass, and the zombie habitat is finished. Right here in front of us, we have the jungle biome. We'll take a walk and look for the first mob mob to transform. We already have 2 parrots in front of us, so they will be the first mob we transform. This is the parrot we currently have in Minecraft, but I'm going to delete it because it's too simple. Instead, I'll create something like this. Image I generated with artificial intelligence. Look how beautiful it is. I'll also take inspiration from the phoenix. To start, I'll add a cube, then another one to form a foot. I'll add claws, a shin, a part of the leg, and a torso. Now I'll add a lot of feathers to this bird. It will be a very furry parrot. So let's add a lot of red feathers. Since the parrot I'm making is the red one from Minecraft, it has 3 colors. I'll add yellow feathers first, then blue ones. If I only did that, it would look strange, so I'll duplicate it to the other side. Now let's add feathers to the arms. We'll do the same thing. One side red, the other yellow, and the other blue. I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. To add the head, we'll add a cube and another one. It's already looking a lot like a parrot, but we still need to add the head and a beak. It would look strange if there were no feathers on the body, so I'll add a lot of feathers. Look how much better it looks now. Finally, let's add the crown. Add a lot of them and it's done. This is our parrot. This is the animation of him running, attacking you, and pecking you. Oh, he's standing still and gliding. And this is how our parrot looks inside Minecraft. He's very beautiful and much stronger. I'm going to grab a full netherite and test his strength. He already hit me hard. I fell down here. Thank goodness I picked up these apples because he's very strong. I'll take advantage of the fact that he got stuck in this corner and finish him off. From what we can tell, he has a lot of life. And when I finish him off, I get a really cool item, this fire launcher. Let's test it on this pig. What will it do? Wow, look at that. He threw the pig up and released fire on the ground. And one really cool thing is that if I try a little harder, I can get these super cool wings that not only make me super fast, but I can't even control myself. I can even fly with them. Look how cool that is, and I got a lot of hearts with them too. So let's test this power on this pig. What is this? He threw him to the moon. This power is very strong. I'm very broken. If I'm already strong on the first mob, imagine the next ones. And there's something super special that if I try a little harder, I can launch a fireball. Exactly. I'm very strong. Let's take advantage of the fact that it's getting dark and test this at night. It's already dark and look, there's a skeleton down there. Take this fireball. Oops, I missed. Wait a minute. If I hit you, you're going to die, skeleton. You'll see how strong I am. And take that. Now he's disappeared from the planet. Spiders are the creatures that bother me the most here in Minecraft. So let's make them fly. You don't like climbing walls, so fly. These wings are very strong. Let's move on to the next mob. Because I want to see how we're going to defeat him, I'm arriving here in front because we can see a panda, and he's going to be the next one I'm going to make. The poor thing is living in a tiny little house. Help him out by subscribing and leaving a like on the channel so I can buy him a new home. Also, comment on your favorite mob from the video. Let's go to the 3D blockbench program to make the panda. I will be inspired by this drawing that I asked an artificial intelligence to make, also from Kung Fu Panda. So, I'll start by adding a leg and another one on the right side, add a very chubby body, an arm, and duplicate it. After that, I'll add the face, so I'll add a face like this, a snout, an ear on the left side, and another one on the right. Now I'm going to add a red ninja headband. Add a little detail here in the back to be like the knot that is on the headband. And now I'm going to make the Japanese straw hat. So, I add a cube and duplicate it many times, smaller cubes one by one that I erased and put to make a little detail as if it were torn. Look at this, I can come here and erase it, which will create a very cool texture detail. After that, I add a rope to hold the hat and duplicate it, and it's more or less ready, but the body is too smooth. So let's add fur to its body. So I added some fur, and I'm also going to add a big belly similar to Kung Fu Panda's, and add a bamboo armor to finish it off. I add a bamboo stick, also a texture with some leaves to give a more realistic detail. Our panda is ready. This is the animation of our panda standing still, running like a Naruto-style race. Look at this. And attacking, he grabs him and hits him with the bamboo stick on his head. This is the new bear added to Minecraft. He is the boss of the jungle biome. But you will say we are in a plane, and that's good because previously I found that bear in that house, so I decided to turn him into a boss, but he serves for the jungle biome, where you will normally find him. And well, to make this panda, I was inspired by the cartoon Kung Fu Panda, and look how cool he is running. He runs like a ninja, and look at his attack. The good thing is that he is a peaceful mob. He can even help you. But how come I made a skill that each character has an item, so I'm going to fight with him, and my objective is to finish him off. But let's see if he's very strong. Well, so far, he's not giving me any damage. Oh, that's what he threw me 2 meters far away. This bamboo of his is very strong. He attacks. Damn it. I'm not going to be able to handle him. I'm going to use the skills I got with with the parrot, I'm going to start attacking him from the air and I'm going to set him on fire. Take it. So let's go distance and attack. He also throws a fireball to get in the way. That's it. He managed to hit me from afar. How come? Let's go. Let's finish this bear. Oh, that's it. He left me with 2 hearts. You're going to die. Bear, take it. Okay, we finished him off and we got this bamboo here. I believe that his strength must be physical when I use him in my hand, unlike the parrot where a magical fire fell. So let's test here that this is it. That little sheep flew far away. He died with 1 hit. No, but a sheep is very weak. It only has 8 hearts. Let's test here in front that there is a village and let's kill these villagers. Wow, he killed the villagers with 1 hit, but this bamboo is really strong. And here in front there is a golem that he spawned because I was attacking these villagers, so let's test his strength. 1 hit is not dead, damn. 2 hit killed the iron golem. And look, he has more than 40 hearts to live. This item here is very strong. But let's move on to the next biome that we are going to do. Now we are going to do the mob for the plains biome, because the one with the panda, I already said, was for the jungle. But I found the panda here, and the mob that we are going to make for the plain biome is the bee. Let's fly there for the good 3D program to make the bee and boss. I won't show any images because there are people who are afraid of bees, including me. Imagine if she gives you 1 sting. I'm going to start by adding a body, a part of her tail. I'm going to make a part here for me to add the stinger, and if you don't sign up, a bee will sting you. I'm kidding, but sign up. Now I'm going to add a leg on the left side, another piece, and another smaller one. I duplicate it 6 more times, and to make it not so simple, I'm going to add a fur to it, and it gets these scratched texture details as if it were invertebrates. I double it to the other side, and man, this one is already getting pretty scary. I'm going to add an eye from the bee and another good one, but I think it's less scary if it doesn't have an eye. Look, that's it. There's a bee without being scary. How can it be scary if it doesn't have an eye? As much as spiders there is. Continuing, I add an antenna and another on the right side. Well, so it doesn't look so simple. I'll add a coat then. And look, I added a coat as if it had a hoof or clothes. I don't know how to say it. Now I'm going to make a wing because otherwise it will fly. Like I would rather this animal not fly. So I add a part of the wing, another larger part, another larger one, a smaller one so that it closes, ends like this. I add another small one. I'm going to make the details inside a chamfer, more or less like this, so it doesn't end up being so simple, and finally just duplicate it to the other side. And man, that's cute. Here it is scary. Imagine what this will be like inside Minecraft. This is the animation of her standing still, her flying and her attacking you, but unfortunately she stings you, so you have to run to escape her. Okay, now I've transformed the bee and I just have to wait for it to appear here.
Forkin, help me. The bee has trapped me.
This happens to those who don't subscribe and don't like the channel. You suffer, fool. And you also subscribe to help me reach 100,000 subscribers next year. And look, it looks like she landed and she's here in front. Then it looks like she's already coming after me, man. Let me try to attack her. Let's use this firepower, and damn, she's not on fire. This isn't working, and it looks like she's throwing some honey at me. Here, let me hit her with bamboo. She's very strong, and it's not causing any harm to her. What's this? She's killing me. Run away, run away. Dude, like that, she's going to end up killing me. I couldn't do it. I ended up dying to the bee. I couldn't get rid of this bee at all. I heard about it from a friend.
Forkin, you know the frogs have a power to go back in the time?
Serious? That gave me an idea. I already know what I'm going to do to defeat that bee. Like pandas, they eat honey. I'm going to use it on my journey to get rid of that bee. So he went looking for a frog. Here in front we have a mangrove biome, and I'm going to transform one of these mobs here into a boss for its own biome. This here is the frog that we currently have in Minecraft, but well, in real life there are several colors of frogs, and the color I decided to make is this green. I'm going to delete it to start making a new texture. I'll add a cube for the body. I'll make a fin, add a foot plus a little part of the foot. I duplicate this 4 times, and now I'm going to add his mouth, a tongue that will stay inside to make an animation like him eating something, plus a part of the mouth, which is the part where it does Hebrew, and add the head. After that I add an eye and some 3D details. I duplicate this to the other side, and I'm going to add some leaves to make a root, like a mother tree. Well, he doesn't look much like a boss frog, so I want to make it like a mother of nature. So I'm going to fill it with leaves and add a mangrove tree here in the middle. I duplicate it several times to make this kind of 3D effect. It looks really cool now.
I'm also going to add one for the root and duplicate it several times.
Finally, just duplicate it for the other side, and it's ready. The frog comments so far which one you like the most. In my opinion, the parrot was good, so he's just standing still and moving his mouth. He's running, he's jumping. But I'm going to move those joints because this animation is kind of stopped, and he attacks you. And I have already turned the frog into the boss of creation. And look how he turned out, and he has the power to restore everything that is in nature. He is rebuilding all of nature by places he passes by. Look at everything around him. It becomes new. Look at this. Even a tree. He is already placing this frog. It's really very kind, but, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to finish him off. Well, I think this bamboo stick will do the trick because I'm going to have to go back to the past to get Panda back. First of all, as he's made of nature, I'm going to set him on fire, and he's already on fire. finished. Let's finish him off with this bamboo. And he dropped the creation clock. With this clock here, I can go back to the past. So let's click with it. Ah, we're here. Now we go back to the past if everything is okay. I'll be fighting right now against the panda. Exactly, this is happening. But I have to stop Forkin. Don't kill him. Who are you? There's no time to explain. Go away. Okay man, apparently it worked. I lost my bamboo and the panda is still alive. Okay? For me to be able to attract the panda, I'm going to need these bamboos here. Luckily, I had left them in his old house. So let's get some bamboos here and take them there so we can attract him to the beehive. So let me come and attract him with bamboo. Here Mr. Panda is coming in this direction. I don't think I should have killed this panda. He could help me with all my things I was going to do. Come here. And all you need to do is eat this hive. Go there, panda. I trust in you. Well, I think he broke up with her. Let's go back to the future and see if it worked. And cool, we're back in the future, which in this case is my present, and let's come here and let's see if the beehive is here. And, well, apparently there is no hive. It worked. And the panda disappeared from here. But good. Let's go our last mob now. Let's get into the water here because it will be the opposite of our mob that we are going to make. It is already aggressive in itself. The mob that we are going to transform is the Elder Guardian. So let's go to the blockbench 3D modeling program. I don't even want to fight with this Guardian. He's very strong. And where's the way out of this? The next one is the Guardian, to make him a boss of his own biome. I'll start by adding a body, a fin, and I'll make some more. Once that's done, I'll add some pieces of some things to make more fins. And so it doesn't look so weird, I'll add a blue detail around it. That gave a much cooler detail. Now I'm going to add the eye, so I add a piece of the eye which will be 3D plus a part on the right side, one below and on the left side. To finish this, I add a white cube inside and an eyebrow. His eye will be red, so pull out one eye and let's make his mouth just filled with teeth like this, and duplicate it at the bottom. Well, and now I'm going to make like those pufferfish toys. Basically add a bunch of thorns, select everything, and I double it for the other good side, and to finish it off so it doesn't look like that, just add some rocker hair and our mutant Elder Guardian is ready. This is how the animation of him attacking is. Like when he catches him, he will appear under the water and will jump on top of you, swimming and standing still. And that's what our Guardian looks like. I'm going to run away from him because look at how big he is this time. I'm not even going to try to kill him, I'm just going away. And the next mob we're going to transform is a dolphin. Look, there's one swimming fast up ahead. Wait for me, dolphin. Well, it's going to be the next one I'll transform into a boss, and I'm going to turn it into a shark. Look at the size of the dolphin. The shark will be 1,000 times bigger than that. So let's go to blockbench. The dolphin is a very docile and friendly mob. I'm going to transform it into the real-life mob that is very similar to the dolphin, but much more aggressive, which is the shark. So I begin by adding a body, a piece of the fin, another smaller piece, and an even smaller one. I add the tail, a fin on the left side, one on the right, and another fin on the head. I add a part as if it were meant to be its nose, although it doesn't really have a well-defined nose. Then I add one from below to finish it, more or less in a circular shape. I add an eye, the other eye, and one more little part to really create a nose-like structure. I'm going to add a cube here below and one more to finish like this. Finally, I just add the teeth. This is the animation of our stationary shark. It just keeps opening and closing its mouth. When it's in motion, it jumps from side to side like a maniac, and when it's attacking, it just jumps right at your face and opens its mouth. I've returned to Minecraft, and look, he's right in front of us, folks. Wow, he's coming at me. Run. My god, it seems like he's pushing me because he's so fast. Look at the size of this shark. Man, I think I got eaten by that giant shark. And now how do I get out of here? I can only see a giant tongue that looks like if I reach the end, it'll take me into his stomach. But I definitely don't want to go into his stomach. That's where I'll be dead for sure. Are you kidding me? There's a skeleton in here, but the skeleton might be our way out. I'll turn it into a boss to see if I can make it really strong and get us out of here. The skeleton won't be made into a boss as strong because I need it to help me. So let's start by adding its foot, a claw. I add the first part of the leg, another part, and a smaller one. I duplicate that to the other side and add a bone in the middle to form its waist. Let's add a rib bone, and now I add the ribs, duplicate them twice, add the torso, arm, another part of the arm, forearm, and finally the hand. I add a little leather protection and duplicate it to the other side. After that, I add a head and some armor to make it a little more protected, even though I should make it a bit weaker since it's meant to help me. This is the animation of the stationary skeleton. It looks from side to side. I did it quickly to be able to get out of this place. And here's it running, and here's the animation of it attacking. I didn't add a bow for it to be weaker so we could defeat it more easily. But let's go to Minecraft because I need to get out of this shark. The skeleton is already in front of me. I forgot to make its bow, but I'll try to defeat this skeleton here. Let's hit it. And wow, it's strong. Not as strong as the other mobs because I needed to make it a boss, but not too strong to help me. There's no other way for me to get out of here except by defeating the skeleton. Let me build a bridge closer to it. Not too close so it doesn't attack me. I hope it doesn't have much health. I need to defeat it to see if it drops something for me to get out of here. Fortunately, it's not as strong as the other mobs. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble. Imagine if it were like that ghast. Now look look at the shark. It left us trapped inside to help me. Subscribe to the channel to give me more strength, and we managed to defeat it. It dropped a bow and arrow. Let's shoot, and I think it flooded a bit here, but let's get out of this shark. I never want to come to this place again. What a strong mob I created. After being swallowed by this shark, I'm tired of making models for today. The axolotl is a really cute mob. You can carry it in a bucket anywhere, but it's quite weak. So I thought, what if it were 1,000 times stronger? Let's find out how to make the axolotl. I'll add a fin, a sturdier leg, and a little more to make it look like an amphibian. It can walk in the water and on land, so I'll duplicate its leg to the other side. Now, I'll start adding a buff body with scales, and then I'll create a tail. Next, I'll work on the arms. I'll add a small cube here, a bigger one, and a medium-sized one. Lastly, what would be a hand but won't be, because it swims. I'm not sure if you got that. Duplicate to the other side, add the axolotl's head, the little detail on the side, another little detail like its hair, even though it's kind of bald, and add the 2 eyes. This is how the animation looks when it's swimming. It pushes itself with its little hands back and forth. Check this out, it's really cool. When it attacks, it just stands up and slaps. There isn't much to it. When it's still, it breathes and wags its tail. Just look at how cute that tail is. And when it runs, like I said, it can move on land and in the water. I'm back in Minecraft and it looks like the bucket is a little different. Let's spawn the axolotl in this little pond. It's already here, and it's killing all the cows. Look at that. I'm not going to be dumb or anything. I'll take this meat for myself. I guess it would have been better if it was cooked, but it'll fill my belly. I'm going to take this axolotl out of here, or it's going to end up killing all the mobs. I've brought it to this nearby river, and I think I'll let the axolotl live its normal life here, because we still have many mobs to transform. Off it goes, attacking other creatures. But this axolotl is only 10 times the size of our first mob, as it's quite small compared to the others. Next, I'm going to transform the Enderman into a boss, but I'll make it 100 times stronger. Just before that, let me kill it, because I don't want to end up dying. I almost died there. And the Enderman boss, I'm going to make it like a sumo wrestler. So I start by adding one leg, then a slightly bigger one, and I finish with one that's more or less medium-sized because it has really thin legs. If you take a close look and duplicate to the other side, I add a piece of the body, some skeleton bones, and the torso. After that, I'm going to add an arm, but I'll start with the left arm. So I add a big cube for the left arm and another one even bigger and create the hand. I duplicate that one more time for the right side. After that, I'll make the neck and add a head, an eye, another eye, a floating head, and another floating head. To avoid making it look too weird, I add an arm here and another one here, and man, this model looks amazing. Look how beautiful it is. So here's the animation of it standing still. It moves its head upward and forward, as if its head is floating. When it attacks, it grabs you and throws you up. When it runs, it simply moves its little hands from side to side, and the other ones stay still. Okay, I'm going to step away now, because we need to figure out how to find the Enderman boss, and I have no idea. I'm going to wait a bit until it's nighttime to see if it shows up. Okay, now it's nighttime, and I hope to find the Enderman. The tricky part is that it's usually not easy to find an Enderman, so imagine how it's going to be to find a boss. I'll take a look around where I spawned to see if it's around. Man, I'm not seeing anything. It's just spawning a bunch of mobs attacking me. I'm going to step away because I don't want to die from these skeletons. Oh wow, it seems like he's around, but where did he go? I can't see him anymore. Ah, man, I think he teleported right in front of me and disappeared. Seriously? I can't even fight this Enderman. He won't show up no matter what. So I'm circling around again. Alright, I think we're going to the next one because I don't feel like fighting this Enderman. I want to get out of here and never come back. Like I said, he's huge. Did you see his size? But there's so much more to improve. The next mob we're going to create is in the Nether. There, the creatures are already 10% scarier. So let's light the portal and head to the Nether. And here we go. Wow, I was born near a fortress, but for now I don't need one. And I was thinking, I've never transformed any Nether mobs on the channel before, so the first mob to be honored and turned into a boss will be, you heard its cry, right? It's the ghast, and here it is. I'm going to jump on it and kill it. Well, that didn't work out, so I'm hiding here to recover a bit of health because I don't want to die. Let's kill this wither skeleton now. I want to kill that ghast. Where is it? The ghast is a flying mob, but the mob I'm going to create will be totally different because it will attack from beneath the ground. There, we've killed the ghast. To make the ghast, I'm going to draw inspiration from the world serpent, so I start by adding a bunch of cubes together, which looks ugly, but you'll understand when I add lots of cubes. It'll look good. I add more pieces here and there, and I keep adding a bunch until it forms a base like a stem. Now I start adding what would be a sort of face. I add the face and then a little part to create a detail as if it were a relief, another smaller one, and it forms the relief of a snake. I add a mouth, teeth, and a little part here. After that, I add an eye, another eye, and a little dirty beard. This model is getting very scary. But there's more room for it to get scarier because I'm going to add another head on this side and another one on that side. Look at how it turned out in Minecraft. It will stay still because of the size of this thing. It will emerge from the ground and jump in your face. It won't fly like a ghast usually does. So the animation of it standing still is it opening and closing its mouth and moving its eyes. Very creepy. This fits well with the Halloween theme. If you want a Halloween video, let me know in the comments. And the animation of it attacking is it throwing its head forward and backward. There, I'm back in the game and it seems like everything is on fire. Is this the new new ghast's doing? I don't know, but as I'm transforming mobs into bosses, maybe it's very strong. I have no idea. But look at this, everything is on fire. What's in front of me? It looks like the ghast, but is it too strong? Let me try to attack it. It's shooting fireballs everywhere. Hold on, my god. I don't have anything to fight against this ghast. Let me build a wall here. Look at how many fireballs it's shooting. It's much stronger than a regular ghast. I need to run away. It's going to kill me. Look at this guy shooting fireballs all over the place. I think this boss is too strong. I couldn't even fight it for a second, and it doesn't have the ability to fly like a regular ghast. It only moves underground. Okay, I'm leaving the nether because imagine if it suddenly appears here. When you sleep in Minecraft, a bunch of phantoms appears. Now a group of eagles will appear. I'm here with a 3D modeling program fan, and to turn it into an eagle, need to erase all sides. Start by stretching the chicken leg. I repeat this twice. Now I'll start by adding the leg, adding a brown cube diagonally, and repeating the same thing on the other side to add the other leg. Stretch a cube in the middle, one behind, and another white one. I'll add a feather and duplicate it thousands of times. Now I'll add a wing to our eagle. Add one and duplicate it 1,000 times on the other side. Now I can't add the head, so I'll add it to the neck. On the neck and head, the snout and a diagonal cube. This animation of our attacking bird, when idle, it looks like it's dancing involuntarily. When flying, it struggles because it's heavy, can't fly properly. After bringing all these creatures to Minecraft, what I need to do is stay awake for them to start appearing. First day, second day, third day, and now I just have to wait for nightfall and they should start appearing. There, you will have your eye. For now, I don't see them, but I think they will start appearing soon. Look, it seems there's already an eagle up here. Let me hit it so it won't attack me, and let's attack it. Oh, it hit me. It feels like I'm using a mouse underwater. They give me nausea and keep attacking me all the time. Let me sleep because I don't want to fight these eagles anymore. It's another day, and in Minecraft, when you break some rocks, some creatures called Trasa appear, and behind them is a tiny creature that moves on its own. That's why I'm going to turn it into a snake. I'll start by adding a small cube on the side. I'll repeat this several times, and later I'll add the venom-like feature found in snakes. Then the head of our snake, the upper part of the mouth, the lower part, a tongue, but the snake would look weird because it would be toothless. So let's add 2 small teeth and a tongue. This animation of our snake, when idle, it attacks by coiling up and biting. When it's running, I'm back in Minecraft. To spawn my snakes, it's a little different. I have to break a piece of dirt, and then they appear. These snakes are very strong. Let me attack one. Look, one went underground and the other is coming towards me. I can kill this one. Okay, I think I killed it. This mob turned out to be very strong, but the next one we're going to make is literally 1,000 times stronger. To reach it, I need to go to another portal. Since I'm here, I'll grab this chest. Now, I'm the king of the hornets. Finally, they stopped. Now we have the biggest fight. We arrived in a village. First wave, second wave. Look at this. There's a guy drowning in the fluffy snow. Look, here he is. I'll finish him off quickly. Third wave, and of course I'm talking about the revenge. The darn net only lasted for 3 rounds. I achieved immortality, but let's go to the 3D program to transform the Devastator. The Devastator is a giant, very strong gray animal. Another giant, strong gray mammal is an elephant. So start by adding a leg, its claws, another leg on the right side, the back leg, and the back right leg. Now we need to add the body, so I'll add a big body, a head, ears, more ears, and let's make the snout. I'll add a piece of trunk, a smaller piece, my mammoth will have tusks. So I'll add a large tusk and a smaller one diagonally. Repeat the same thing on the other side. This animation of our elephant, when idle, because I don't know how it doesn't suffocate under its own weight, walking and attacking, it charges and tramples. Here's our elephant. Unlike the Devastator, it's not an aggressive creature. It's a passive mammal, and I can even adopt it. But I'm a bit dumb. I forgot to bring the food that the elephant likes. In this case, it would be peanuts, but everyone knows there are no peanuts in Minecraft, so it would be bamboo. But I forgot to look for bamboo around here. So I'll take some wood from this tree, make a fence, and for now I don't have the right habitat. I'll leave our little elephant here, and maybe later you can comment if you want me to fetch him, take him to my house, and build a special enclosure. Give me ideas in the comments. Now let me tell you, the elephant looks adorable. Let's go look for the next one, and I'll have to walk a lot because we can only find the next mob in mansions and raids, but I wasn't lucky enough to find one in my network. So let's look for a mansion. After a long time searching for this mansion, I finally found it. So let's go inside for now. Now I need to find a mansion map. I already have one here. The next creature I'm going to transform is these little guys here. Contrary to what Vex does, I'm going to make a butterfly that is 100% passive. I'll start by adding a body, the head, many legs, 2 antennae, and the wings of our butterfly, which turned out very cute. Comment down below how you liked the texture of the butterfly and the other mobs. This is my butterfly when idle. It stays with its head up. When running, it goes up and down like a lightweight leaf. When attacking, I didn't really know how to do it, so I made it look like an involuntary movement with some wing flapping. There, there, I've added the Minecraft butterfly. Unlike the Vex, as I said, it's 100% passive and only appears when you call it. Butterfly, where are you? There she is, coming in style, and she gives you what you need, like the smell of the lamp. I want a diamond. Look at her. Let's see how long it takes. Let's time it. 3, 7, 10, 12. Oh, it seems like something's taking damage. Could it be her? Oh, she's here, and she dropped it. It works, man. Seriously, this butterfly deserves a 10, for the love of God. This mob is sensational. It gives you what you ask for. There's only one thing it can't give me, your subscription. So if you're enjoying the video, leave a like, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything and helps me achieve my dream of reaching 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's move on to the next mob. I waited for it. Now that we've explored the Enderman's basketball skills, I'm ready to take on the next transformation. Since it's nighttime, it's the perfect time to work on the next mob. And what's something big in real life that's associated with sports? Basketball players. So let's get back to the program. To transform the Enderman into a basketball player, essentially painted the Enderman completely, then added some animations. Here's how the animations turned out. When he's idle, he looks around and blinks his eyes. When he's attacking the ball, which is essentially his head. When he's running, he's dribbling the ball. Now that I've brought him into Minecraft, look at him right here. There's just one small issue. The Enderman is actually an aggressive mob. Check this out. He's playing basketball, buddy. He's dribbling the ball. Let's see what his attack looks like. He's trying to steal the ball from me. Stop it. Let's see how he does against other mobs, so let's approach that horse over there. Enderman, I don't want to play basketball with the horse. I just want to see how he attacks other mobs. Look at this. He's quite aggressive. Oh man, seriously. This animation of the Enderman playing basketball turned out so well. Let me put on my armor because he's a bit strong, but it's cool. He blinks his eyes and does everything right. In my opinion, the butterfly and he were the best transformations, but I want you to comment there on what you thought of this video. I will transform the items into mobs and create a special power for each one here in front. I have 5 boxes of different levels. The first is the easy level. When clicking on this button, I release the item to transform, and the first thing I will transform is the bucket of water into a mob. I'm here with the bucket of water, but it's just an image. I can even do this here, and it will increase in size, but it won't look good. So, I'm going to discard this idea, and I'm going to start a new one. So, the first thing I did was build a base. Then I painted everything blue and added a texture. I'm going to duplicate this base upwards, and once again, this is going to be like a river of water because our bucket will be on a pedestal. So now I'm going to start adding our bucket. I add a cube here. I'm going to paint it gray. I add the front part and a back part, a side part, and a bigger one. I'm going to add some rounded corners and duplicate it to the other side. Done that, I add a cube here inside, but since this is a bucket of water and not a bucket of milk, I'm going to paint it blue, and our chest is almost ready. I know it doesn't look like a mob yet, just a 3D item. So we'll add an eyebrow, paint this color here, and an eye then. I paint the eyebrow gray and add a little ball in the eye. I duplicate this to the other side, and I will add some hands coming out of the water so he can move. I duplicate this to the other side, and the animation of water moving like this will have a spawn movement. Then she comes to spawn and stands still, moving from one side to the other, and this is how the attack animation looks like. She throws a block of water at him. Man, this animation is really cool. Let's see what it's like inside Minecraft. I'm already here with the bucket of water in my hand. Let's see how to spawn it. I believe you just need to put water on the ground because the damn bucket doesn't even work. Oh, that's it. When I threw it on the ground, it spawned, and man, it's already a normally aggressive mob. Look at this. Even though I'm in creative, it's trying to attack me. What's that for? It's flooding the whole place here. For me to be able to fight better with the water item, I got 64 wooden packs and a diamond sword. I'm going to build a tower up, and we're going to try to finish him off without him attacking me. And look at this. Every time he attacks me, he releases a little water from his bucket. So let's say that's it, but he's very strong. And look, it's just the first one I'm going to do like in Fortnite. Make a construction here and dodge it. Go. Let's get rid of this water, and I managed to defeat him, and man, he's already flooded half of my map. But look how cool it is. When I attack the mob now, if I hit it, turns everything into water, man. This power will be very useful for us. Even more so if we need to face a very strong item, and the rating I give to this mob is... In reality, I won't be the one giving the rating.
My rating for the water mob will be an 8/10 for it.
It's good, go. So that was the first one. Let's move on to the next one, and that was the easy level. Now let's go to the medium easy level ear. In my head, this sentence made sense, so let's open it inside and let's see E. Before continuing the video, an important message: these videos take a lot of work to do, so if you want to help the channel, have exclusive emojis, suggest videos for me to make. I released the members tab here on the channel, so if you want to have access to the videos before everyone else, choose the plan that best suits you, and subscribe to help the channel if you can. Just leaving a like and subscribing will help. But anyway, continuing. The next next item we're going to transform is the chest, so let's go to blockbench. I'm here with the chest inside the program, and I had the idea of making it with a mouth and eyes like a cyclops, so the first thing I'm going to do is throw this part to the side, and now where is this hole black? I'm going to paint it with red. Ready after painting with the color red, I'll start adding the teeth. I added all the teeth. I'm going to add another white cube on this side and bring it here so that this will be the tongue of our chest. Now I paint the entire tongue pink and add the details. After that, I'm going to bring back the top part of the chest, which will work like this. When the chest opens, it shows the tongue. So it's just hidden here on the side to give a trace that is not a normal chest. I will add a white cube and paint it blue, add a shadow, and now I will make an eyebrow, paint it black, and duplicate it. I added a hair on the eyebrow and on the other side, and this chest has a very funny face. However, when it is in the world normally, it will be covered like this to really hide the fact that it is a mutant chest. Then, for the animation of him standing still, I just made him blink, so you can see that it's not a normal chest, and when he attacks with his eyes closed because he doesn't see anything when he's attacking and he's running. He just jumps and comes back. Look, it's just cool that it turned out. Comment what you think of this animation, and let's take it back to Minecraft. I've already transformed the chest into an item, so let's loot this blacksmith shop here to see if we can find a better item for us, man. Apparently there's a different chest here, so let's come here and loot it. That's why he attacked me. He opened that mouth and started biting me. Let me get away from that trunk. He's possessed. Guys, I'm watching to see if that chest is going to get out of there, because he's an imposter. It's not the right trunk. Look at this. You're leaving, man. From what I'm noticing, it seems that when he attacks, he doesn't see. So I'm going to have to think, is there any way I can attack that chest with nothing good? I have this water item here. Will it work? Let's see why if I attack a chicken here, for example. Everything turns into water. Let's see the chest. I'll try to get it right. I got it right. Oh, the bad thing is, this water isn't spreading. I think we have to shoot lower, man. Look at this, he's really lost. I think when he's attacking, he can't see anything. Okay, so let's attack him. And man, I can't hit him anymore. I think he touched himself when I attack him with his mouth open. He takes damage. Wow, what a smart little guy. I'm gonna have to find a way to try to trick him. Come here, little guy. Come attack me. We are managing to finish him off. Just attract him here. You need to die. Come on, I think the trunk must be almost dead. Just attack it like this. And well, we did it, and look, he dropped his eye and also dropped a backpack, which I think this is an inventory that gives a lot of items, and also dropped his eye. I have no idea what that does. Let me see here. It just keeps blinking and doesn't do anything. And the rating I give to this chest is a 9/10 because it looks really cool. It literally deceives you by looking like a normal chest, and when you get close to it, it attacks you. He also has some really good powers. And what rating do you give, Verdi?
So Forkin, my rating for this item is 7/10. It was really scary, even I was scared.
And there were already 2 items, the bucket of water and the chest, so let's go to the next one, which is the yellow one. So it's a little more difficult, but what should it be, a medium level? Let's open it to find out. And well, the next one is the mine cart. I already brought the cart here for the program, and normally this is the one we have inside Minecraft. It in itself is the 3D model. For example, it's not like the bucket that I had to make everything from scratch. So what I'm going to do is add a detail to the wheels in 3D. Add a carcass here at the front, an eye up here, an eyebrow, and a relief for the eyebrow to make it look like he's stressed. Then I duplicate that to the other side. I'll add the part of under the carcass, add the teeth, and our cart is ready. It looks very simple, but its animation is really cool. Wow. Calm down. There was a bug. Okay, now, this is the animation of our cart attacking, which he picks up and bites you when it stopped. There's a problem because it looks like a normal cart. You can only identify it because of that part of the front. Then he just keeps moving his mouth. And when he's walking, he does this animation here as if he were jumping at you. This will look really cool in Minecraft because he will start with this animation here, but when he moves, he will jump in your face. I don't know how I can find a mine to find the cart. I'm looking everywhere, but I don't know anything. I just have this damn eye here and it's no good for anything. How angry. Huh? That's what we managed to find. And the minecart is here in front. Let's get inside it. And man, now I'm much faster. Look at this. I managed to get inside the cart. And now I have the power of super speed. So let's move on to the next one. And the rating I give to the minecart is a 10/10 for sure. Because look at this. When you're standing still, it looks like a cart. Then you start walking and it transforms. And the animation of it attacking is also really cool. So until now, we have completed the easy, medium level. And now we are going to the medium, difficult level. And the medium difficult level is a book. I think I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it inspired by Harry Potter's book. This here is the book that we have in Minecraft. It is also an image like our water bucket. So it is a little more complicated to do because even if we did an extrude, it would look a little strange, right? Those things. So I'm going to delete all of this here and start from scratch. So the first thing I'm going to add is going to be a page, and I put some details around it. Then I duplicate it on all sides and add the top part of the book. I'm going to add a base and paint it brown. I built the entire body of the book, and once that's that's done, I'm going to add some details, like here. I add some scratches and duplicate them on the other sides, so it looks very top. Then I add a base for the eye and add the eye itself to the eyebrow, and our book is done. It can also fool like the cart because it looks like a normal book. Then you get close to it, and he opens his mouth, transforms, and starts running after you. In the attacking animation, he catches it and bites you. Here in front, we have a mansion, and this is where we will see the magical book. I will enter the mansion, and inside there is only a normal book. But when we click on him, he turns into a super free, and look at him running after me. Apparently he's very fast. Let me attack him so he can get away. And let's end this book, we can't die. For him, you have to be careful as he is very strong. I believe I gained speed using the cart, and the book can be very fast too. Get out of here, you evil book. Wow, it's a good thing this water power is extremely strong, and we managed to put an end to it. With that, we got the drop of this super book that looks like just a normal book, but it has really cool superpowers. I release magic when I hit a mob, and it also locks my computer. It's a very good special power. Apparently, every time I hit a mob, I spawn a bookcase, and this power is very good, but it's not very useful because I want to spawn a bookcase. It's only useful for making an enchantment table at level 40. Other than that, it's not very useful. I didn't find it very useful, but comment if you think this is useful. So far, the best item we've made is this eye. I don't know how to use it properly. I only managed to use it once, and the rating I give the book is 7/10. It was very good, but in this video, we had a lot of other better mobs. And let's go to the last one. The last one is the red level, which in this case is the difficult level. So let's open this capsule, and it is an Eye of Ender. Going to have to think of something to do, so let's go to the 3D program. Now I'm going to make the Ender Pearl, which is the same thing as the book and the water. It's just an image. So the first thing I'm going to start doing is going to be a line. I duplicate this line several times, and then I make a sphere. I add some texturing, and I'm going to make a bunch of places to be like a wing. And it's a lot of place. Look at this. It feels like my PC is going to crash at any moment. But so as not to have this here, and it all looks ugly, I'm going to add some texturing that I'm doing inspired by this eye with wings, inspired by the amazing world of Gumball drawing. Comment what you think about this drawing, because it's one of my favorites. Now I copy this wing here and duplicate it on the other side. And this model was a lot of work because this one gave me 6002 cubes. This is the animation of the Eye of Doom walking. He attacks and he catches it and gives it a slap. Some flying animals attack like that. So I was inspired, and this is the animation of him standing still, and he just flaps his wings to avoid falling to the ground. And so the Eye of End ended up, it is normally a passive mob, but I believe that when it attacks it, it comes furiously at us. Let me attack these books so I don't let him fly at us, and when I kill him, drop a very cool and important item that I'm wanting. So let's go. These books are being very important, you know. And he already died and he dropped a wing, but how do I use it? Do I put it here? Okay, I think I got it. I put it in my inventory. Let me get out of the cart and let's see how we should use this here. I have no idea. I've already equipped the wing on my back, but I can't do anything. It ended up not working, that damn wing. He dropped me. If I knew, I would have left the eye alive. I will add new mobs that Mojang didn't make to Minecraft and create a biome for each of them. Sailing through these seas, I managed to spot a dolphin, and it is perfect to be transformed into a mermaid. And the first thing I will do will be to erase all sides of the dolphin. I add a cube diagonally and repeat the process 3 more times. Once that's done, this was supposed to be a fin, so I round it off and do the same thing on the other side. A cube in the middle, a fin plus another cube and another fin. I'm going to make the mermaid's waist, so I'll add another larger cube and a smaller one to give it a little detail. I'm going to add the mermaid's belly, so add it like this, and I'm going to add the accessories. Once that's done, we have to make the arms, so let's add an arm on the left side and another on the right. A neck, her head, mermaid hair, and a crown. This animation of our mermaid standing still, running, and attacking you. And it doesn't look like much of an attack because it's basically the mermaid luring the fisherman to her side. After adding it to Minecraft, I will create a biome that matches her reality because you will never see a mermaid inside a volcano. So our habitat will be here in front. To create the habitat, I will need a lot of sand, so we will get a lot of it in this desert. Just listen to that satisfying sound. I also did this to get some cactus. To finish, I will need wood from some jungle trees. After getting all the materials, I will fill everything with sand. Now let's get this ice out of here because it doesn't make sense to have ice in a place where it's supposed to be made of sand. After filling it with sand, I'm going to fill it with glass so it can't escape under any circumstances. And it was more or less like this. I doubt the mermaid will be able to escape our super secure protection. Once that's done, I'm going to make a tree here in the middle. So let's start adding the leaves now. And our tree is more or less ready. But now I'm going to come up front and get some dark pine trees, some some fences, and I'm going to put them around our area now. I'm going to add some cacti here, and also some dead brush. After a lot of effort, our mermaid biome is ready right here in front of us. We can now catch a glimpse of the mermaid, so here is one I made inspired by Ariel. So we're going to catch it, and there's another one just in front of us in the river, and it's attracting a fish to catch and make some food, right? So come here and we'll take you back to our base, and everything is done. Check out what our beach looks like. I think it was a perfect habitat for the mermaids to live in. The habitat was very good for a mermaid. It deserves a score of 10. And for the mermaid, I give it a score of 7.9 out of 10. But this was just the first. Leaving our base, we find the horse. The horse is an animal that most resembles the mythological being, unicorn. Basically the horse but white and with rainbows. Then start by adding the foot, another part of the foot, and a piece of the leg. Now I'd Kate it for the top part, do the same thing once more, and repeat it twice more for the front part. Next, I'll start adding the body. So I add a big cube and give it a round shape. Let's add a neck. Another cube to make a bigger, cuter neck and the head of our unicorn. Now I'm going to add the unicorn's mouth and the bottom. She can open and close it. It looks like she's talking. I add an ear, the inside of the ear, and repeat for the right side. After that, now I need to add the colored parts of the unicorn. Then I add a colored tail and also the clues on the front. Now just add the horn, and that's our unicorn. This is the animation of him standing still. Him running is really cute, man. He attacks you and simply headbutts you. To make our unicorn's habitat, I'll need to go to the end. We'll kill some endermen and build a giant tower here to go to End City. When I throw an ender pearl, let's see if I get it right the first time. Now I'm going to need to find a place, and look how lucky I am. I already have it right here in front of End City, actually. But that's what I need. Now I'm gonna have to get a lot of these blocks here to make the floor of our unicorn biome. Now to give me a little help, I'm going to catch and kill some shulkers because I need their shards. I got a shulker shard now, I just need another one. I got it. Let's go back to the overworld now. I will also need a lot of flowers so I can make a lot of colored glass. If I add this dye here with this one, I can make the color purple. If I add the yellow dye together with the red, I make orange. Now I just need to find some more flowers. Now I'm just going to come here to the desert and get some more sand and take advantage of the fact that I can already get more of the flower from here. And if I put it in a furnace, it refines it and turns into green dye. Now I just put all the items to melt. While it's melting, I'm going to make a chest, and now I'm going to put it here in the middle and here on the sides, and I can make a shulker box. The glasses will work more or less like this. I will surround them and place the glass inside. With that, I got 8 purple glasses. Let's start placing them here in our shulker. Now just wait, and we already have everything to make our biome. I started by demarcating the entire area and filled it in, then added a wall with colored glass of all colors. In front, we can already see the unicorn. Apparently, it is an animal that really likes frozen places. Man, he's a lot bigger than me, but there's something really cool about the unicorn. If I get this cell here, I can ride him. But now let's take him to the new biome, arriving back at our base. Just take our unicorn inside, now just cover it with the glass, and our unicorn biome is 100% done. And now that it's done, my final vote for this habitat is 7 out of 10. It's simpler than the mermaid, but for the unicorn itself, it's a 9 out of 10. Arriving here in the jungle biome, I can see a parrot, and I will transform this little being into a fairy. The one I thought of specifically is Tinkerbell, so I add a leg, second part of the leg, and now I do another leg on the other side, so add one more and another. I need to make her dress, so add a skirt and a body. Now give this body a structure and add an arm. Make another arm, neck, a head that is bald but won't stay like that. Just add the hair, and now I'm going to add a tail, so add it like that. Finally, just add our fairy's wings, and this is the animation of our fairy standing still, looking for something. She's also now running. I'm not going to make her attack because she'll be a passive mob. I'm going to have to get some jungle wood so I can make the fairy biome. I'll also need to get some gravel. I'll start by marking the location and clearing a space for a waterfall. Next, I'm going to make a giant tree. Our fairy habitat is ready. I'm going to go up here because now I have to look for her, and look how cool our fairy turned out. I'll catch her in the loop, just take her inside, but before going to the next mob, I really liked the fairy. She looked very Minecraft style, and that's why she deserves a 10 out of 10. Apart from the fact that she also looked very similar to Tinkerbell, the habitat also got a 10 out of 10. Better than I've done the waterfall so far, and the giant tree gave the construction a really nice charm. Here in front of us we have a cow, and in addition to being used for food, it will also begin to be used as a minotaur. It starts by adding a foot, the fingers, and the diagonal cube to be the leg part. Another inclined cube ends with another on the diagonal. After doing this, I double the leg to the other side and start adding waist. You can add some to the side and a belt. After having done this, I will add another part of the waist and the chest of our minotaur. After the chest, we add the arm, another part of the arm, a bracelet, the hand, the fingers, and duplicate it to the other side. I make the neck, a head that looks very funny without adding details. So we're going to add the mouth, the lower part, and just like a unicorn, it's used for the Minotaur to speak. And now I'm going to add a giant piercing that most of the Minotaurs I've researched have. One eyebrow and another. That way he looks much angrier. I'm going to start by adding his horns. Just make a bunch of sloping cubes and duplicate them on the other side. Our Minotaur is really cool. To top it off, I'm going to add an axe in his hand, and I made this Minotaur with the intention of him being a defender of the forest. So, this is the animation of the Minotaur standing still, where he will stay in position as if he were a cow to hide from enemies. This is the animation of him running and attacking, and look how nice it turned out. He takes it and cuts you in half with his axe. Here in front of us is the Minotaur. He is actually a passive mob. I can stay on his side and he won't do anything. However, I created him with the aim of defending cows, so if I attack a cow, he will come at me angrily. So run, because he is strong. I hit the cow here. Oh my god, calm down. I'm going to have to invest all my armor because he's very strong. He is supposed to be the defender of the cows. Look at the size of this animal. I'm not even going to try to fight with it. It takes 5 hearts out of my life with every slap it gives. But thinking about it, I'll take it and leave here. And while I'm moving on to the next one, my rating for the Minotaur is 10-10-2. One of the best mobs I've ever done on my channel. He was a lot of work and I really enjoyed it. Plus, he's also a defender of cows. If you want, I can even make a video dedicated to him. Comment below what you would like, but let's move on to the next one. Right here in front of us, we find the wolf, and he will be our next mob that we will transform. The wolf is the animal that most certainly resembles the werewolf, which is basically a wolf but a dog, so it is perfect for that. The first thing I'm going to do is add his foot, the claws, a piece of the leg diagonally, and another one even more diagonally. I repeat this on the other side and add the werewolf to the waist. He has a big tail, so I'm going to add it like this. Also the body, the chest, the neck. I'm going to add the arm. I'm going to add a cube plus a bigger cube, and the fingers I duplicate on the other side. I'm surprised that the mob would be strange if it was just that, but no. We add the eyebrows first, then a much more beautiful mouth. This way he would look toothless, but if we add teeth, it would be much better. Let's add our werewolf's beard and ear, the inside of the ear, and double it to the left side. This is the animation of our wolf standing still, moving his tail from side to side. He also lifts his foot. Look how cute. He running, attacking you. He attacks. You take an attack. I made the werewolf biome. Then I put dark leaves around it, also with flowers and trees. Our werewolf is already here. Look how he looks. I want to test if he's strong. He's taking some of my life away. Calm down, let me get out of here. He'll do an absurd knockback. So now just take him to our new base. Perfect. Just put it inside and close it here. And the rating I'm going to give to the werewolf is 6/10. It was the simplest in the video, and I didn't like the structure of the body so much, but now I'm going to make one that I know everyone loves and wants to have in Minecraft. It's the capybara. This mob is really cool, so let's start by adding a leg in the front, another on the left side, one from the back, and another on the right side. Then I'll add the body of the capybara. I'll create a large cube for it, add a head, one ear, another ear, and finally I'll texture it. This is the animation of the stationary capybara. It sits down on the ground, looking adorable, and when it runs, it does a little dance. It's so joyful. Now, right ahead, we can already see a capybara sitting. It looks like it built a bridge for me. That's amazing. For some reason it disappeared, but it turned out really well. Now we have a bridge to cross, which is sensational. If this mob comes to Minecraft, this would definitely be a mob that I would add to Minecraft. Capybara is the best mob of all, and this ability to build bridges is also very cool and useful. Rating 100 out of 100 was amazing. If you've watched this far, comment Capybara Constructor.